Time for a little inspector theater.
Can I come in?
Come on in, Mr. Fire. The door's open for you.
Thank you. You always make me feel so warm and welcome.
No. The door between the garage and the living space is supposed to have a self-closer on it. Oh, bud, that's not code here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is code here. It just so happens to be. Everything we care about, most of the things we care most about, are on this side of the door. Well, we might have a job in here that we're restoring or something like that, but most of the things, our family, our pets, our friends, not necessarily in that order. Okay, our art, our investment portfolio, our collectibles, all those things are inside of here. Most all of those things are inside of here. We should have a self-closing door. And then this door, the insulation's kind of tore up on it right here. What happened was is they painted it and they closed it. Good for them. And then when they opened it, it all came loose. And now we've compromised our insulation. The insulation's compromised. But this is the garage overhead door video. Okay? And we notice that the garage overhead door is about half open. It's because I pulled the emergency cord and I loosened it and I lowered it so that we could see how the balance is working. All right? So, balance is working. This door has spring tension notices on the corner of each of the first panel on both sides, like it's supposed to. Has a warning notice like it's supposed to. It has an emergency pull like it's supposed to. It is GFCI protected like it's supposed to be. However, that receptacle is not labeled as being GFCI. The door lock has been decommissioned so that you don't lock it and forget about it and then try to open it with the door opener like it's supposed to. We have a warning notice, a safety notice posted inside of the door like we're supposed to. Those are all things, these are all good things. Now, optic sensor is higher than 6 inches from the driveway like it's not supposed to be. That's a bad thing. We have this warning notice posted over here. And it's supposed to be posted over here by this control button. So the control button doesn't have a warning notice on it. Our optic sensors are too high. We do not have pull handles installed inside and outside of the doors. So that when you do put it in the manual mode, if you have an emergency, you can free up the door lock, use the handle, open the door manually until you get the door opener fixed. No self-closer. Why are you? Very interesting. All right. The door opener luminary is missing. And the door opener is on this circuit. This circuit trips. This circuit trips when this is the exterior circuit. There we go. So, if this receptacle gets tripped on the exterior, not labeled as being GFCI protected, but I got a pretty good idea it is. Just heard it. Coming on along. Let's try and open the door now. We can't. So if the GFCI gets tripped on the outside, the door could be decommissioned. You wouldn't be able to come home and come in the door you wouldn't be able to get into your house without getting out of the car. You know, that's just a personal safety preference there. Now, I made a business decision to do no harm. To do no harm. The builder will be glad to show you a block test. I have instructions baked inside the inspection report on how to perform a block test. I do not do block tests for the safety reverse. It's on my inspection agreement that's posted on the website. It's on the inspection agreement that my dear client signed. And I'm telling you now that I'm going to come over here and I'm going to test the optic sensors. I'm going to take my big old flat zombie hoof. I'm going to trudge across the tundra over here like a dancing fool. I'm going to break the beam, and then we're going to find out whether we have what's going on here. We're going to find out. Coming on across here. We know that we have a safety reverse. We don't have a courtesy light, but we know that we have a safety reverse. So, what do we learn? We learned that we do not have a safety notice posted on here. We learned that the door is on the exterior circuit. We learned that our courtesy light is not operating. We learned that we do not have a pull handle inside of the door. We learned that our optic sensors are too high.